Hi, both. Thanks for joining us today on our Business Gurus channel, where we will be discussing key business topics to help students grasp the most important elements of their course in preparation for their exams and future career. Let's get started.
Okay, let's dive in. You've given us quite a bit to look at today, specifically these sources, these slides, focusing on employment law and really drilling down into discrimination in the workplace. So our mission, I guess, is to unpack what these sources are saying, what are the core ideas, and right away, the material seems to define employment discrimination quite fundamentally, doesn't it?
It does. It really draws a line.
Yeah, it says it's not just, treating someone unfairly. It's about treating them unfairly specifically because of who they are.
Exactly. As opposed to, say, how well they're actually doing the job.
Right. That contrast feels really strong in the source's identity versus, well, performance.
And the sources immediately link that idea, that definition, to the legal side of things. They make it clear that there's legislation designed to make that specific kind of unfair treatment illegal.
Ah, okay. So not just a concept, but something codified in law.
Precisely. And it applies across the board, current employees, even people just applying for jobs.
Makes sense. And does the material name the specific law it's talking about?
Yes, it's very direct. It points squarely at the Equality Act 2010. That's presented as the key piece of legislation here, the one that makes discrimination unlawful when it's tied to certain things.
Certain things. You mean specific category.
Yeah, the term the source uses, and it seems really central, is protected characteristics.
Protected characteristics. Okay, that term itself says a lot, doesn't it?
It really does. It signals what the law, according to these sources, is trying to shield.
So what are they? Does the source list them out?
It does, quite clearly. We're talking about gender,
Okay.
race, age, disability,
Right.
religion or faith, and sexual orientation.
Got it. So gender, race, age, disability, religion, faith, and sexual orientation. And the source is basically saying if the discrimination is based on any of those, it's against the law under this act.
That's the core message coming through from this material, yes. Unfair treatment linked to those characteristics is unlawful.
So if we boil down what these sources are presenting, the picture is discrimination, in the legal sense they're discussing, means unfair treatment based on identity, who you are.
Distinct from job performance.
Right, distinct from performance.
Yeah.
And the Equality Act 2010 makes this illegal if it involves one of those protected characteristics we just listed.
That seems to be the fundamental framework outlined in
Yeah.
these slides, yeah.
Okay. So let's sort of wrap up this particular deep dive into your sources on employment discrimination. We've pulled out that key definition. Unfairness based on identity, separate from performance. And we've pinpointed the Equality Act 2010 as the specific law highlighted in the material,
Right.
the one making discrimination illegal when it's connected to those protected characteristics. Gender, race, age, disability, religion, faith, sexual orientation.
And that brings us back to something the source material really seemed to emphasize, that clear separation between someone's identity and their work output. It leaves you with a question, I think. Considering how these sources frame it, what are they suggesting is the real point of the Equality Act 2010 in our working lives?
Like why these characteristics?
Exactly. By singling out these specific protected characteristics, what is the law, as presented here, really aiming to protect or achieve for you, for everyone, in the day-to-day reality of the workplace? It's definitely something to mull over, the purpose behind these protections.
Thanks to both of you for joining us today. You've been listening to the Business Gurus. Let's now hand it over to you. What further questions do you have based on what we've discussed so far? Leave a comment and we'll get back to you right away. If you haven't already, hit that follow for more business tips.